So then Michael Schumacher has won the American Grand Prix here at Indianapolis. Let's just have a look at how things stand in the Drivers' Championship. After that, just a couple to go, and Michael Schumacher moves 8 points clear of Mika Häkkinen. 2 to go, very much a two-horse race, and Michael Schumacher, is he going to be world champion at the end of it? Looks a bit like it to me. Now then, Tony Jardine, let's have a look at one or two key moments of this race, and it lost a bit of the drama when Häkkinen blew out.
I mean, it's been a fabulous event all around, but we were deprived of a brilliant contest here, and Häkkinen appeared to lose power, and then flames coming out of the back of the car. Unusual sight that for the bulletproof McLarens. A great shame for Mercedes, a great shame for McLaren in the championship fight, especially the fight back that Mika Häkkinen has put in this season. Look at that smoke pouring out of the old funnel there, which gets the hot air away from the radiators in front of that rear wheel. Disconsolate Mika Häkkinen, but I think that the mood that he's in this year, he's going to fight back. There's 2 races, all to play for, 20 points on the board. They've got to, and they will do. They're old campaigners, McLaren.
First time in a dozen races that has happened to a McLaren. We spoke to Häkkinen, he said, well, anything can still happen in this race, and right at the end, it almost did from his point of view.
Yeah, almost, and they would have all been watching the monitors, waiting for any little blip, any sign of smoke from the engines, and then, as Schumacher has done in the past, he did it, remember, in 98 in Argentina, he was heading for his win, he ran wide and went over some little rolls. It's amazing, but you see, Schumacher is not good when he's at the front, especially when he's got to drop the pace. If he's hunting somebody, if he's on a big charge between pit stops, he's dynamic, he's glorious, he's wonderful. When he loses that touch of concentration, you've got to keep a slow pace. Any top racing driver, that's the danger time. And there it was, a little slip could have cost him, you know, the lead, getting back the lead in the World Championship, which he's done so beautifully.
They are used to rolling starts in this part of the world, aren't they? But David Coulthard did something that he shouldn't have done at the start, although perhaps it was a mechanical problem for him.
Yeah, it could have been, and we'll have to wait and see what happened. But I think this is a great shame for David Coulthard. He stalled, you remember, in Canada, and they tried to get back on. He got jumped by Häkkinen when he had pole position, you know, at European Grand Prix. Look at this. He went too early, unless his clutch sent him, to be fair to him. He has said recently, I must work on my starts. He used to be in 97 the demon starter in Grand Prix racing. Yeah, he was demon there, but he got the 10-second penalty. Ferrari knew about that because Ross Brawn would have told Michael Schumacher, look at that. And then he tries to, you know, dip the clutch back in to make out as if it hadn't happened. But the dirty deed was already done, clear for everybody to see, and you can't beat those little sensors down into the road as well.
What are your overall feelings, Tony? Do you think the American public will say, hey, I want some more of that, let's go and get our tickets for this again next year?
I feel quite sure about that because, okay, we haven't spoken to everybody, but the mood in the place, the people that you see going around, oh, did you hear the noise of those engines? God, you know, it was wonderful. So we'll build up a great cult following, and this is great for Indianapolis area, people coming in from all over the world, from Canada, they're pouring in here, so it will already build up a great reputation in year 1.
And I guess if they've heard of one driver, they've heard of Michael Schumacher, so perhaps the right result from that point of view as well.
Certainly, and Ferrari, of course, the fervour of Ferrari goes worldwide. Now, they have seen a Ferrari here in 1952, Alberto Ascari was here. Maybe there's some old enough to remember.
Okay, you do anyway, Tony, that's for sure. Let me just point you towards the upcoming coverage for you. Of course, you can see the whole race on ITV tonight, 10:45. Highlights pretty early in the morning at 3:35. Both of those on ITV. That highlight show repeated here on ITV to 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. And next is the Japanese Grand Prix live qualifying, 4:30 in the morning, repeated a bit later on, 10:45 on the Saturday. The race live from 6, repeated at 2, and highlights at 11:45. There we are then, a fry-up for the Iceman Häkkinen. Michael Schumacher back in control with 2 to go. Thanks for your company on 2. Good night.